Hey guys, welcome to another Grand Theft Auto Online video. I am Charger, and for this one I'll be doing a review of the Declasse Scramjet. So the Declasse Scramjet can be found on, surprisingly enough, the Warstock Cash and Carry website. It's this vehicle right here. So the regular price on this is just a little over $4.6 million. That's right, you heard correctly, $4.6 million. The trade price is $3.48 million. Now I know what you're thinking. Looks like the car from Speed Racer. Hey, now if you're wondering how to get this trade price of $3.48 million, what you'll need to do is you'll need to go into the jobs, and you want to go down to the new adversary, well, the adversary mode job. Scroll down a little bit. It's in the it's listed under the H's. So it's called Hunting Pack Remix. Okay, you can do any one of these seven jobs, and it has to be the remix. And the caveat is you have to win the match. If you play and you lose the match, then you won't get the trade price. So you gotta win the match. Any match, doesn't matter which one you do. Okay, so this is the Scramjet here, so let's take a look at what's customizable on this thing. Alright, so you got the basics: armor, brakes, engines, lights. So this one does come with the kit, so you can get the lights underneath, which is really nice. Some of the other weaponized vehicles don't have this option. Of course, you got the respray, transmission, turbo. You can change the wheel types. The Scramjet does come stock with bulletproof tires, so that's one thing you don't have to worry about. Let's see. You can also add liveries. So just note that if you choose to respray, like change the color of the paint, some of these liveries will cover the entire vehicle. Like I got the Princess Robot Bubblegum livery, and this actually covers the entire vehicle. The Republican Space Rangers also will. Impotent Rage won't. So all it this is just pretty much his logo that's on the vehicle. And then you got the other ones here. So everything from the top down to the Impotent Rage livery will use whatever color you have chosen. It's just the last two that'll cover the entire vehicle. These are also the most expensive ones too, so just if you can't decide, hopefully the livery prices will help sway you one way or the other. The one I have, the Princess Robot Bubblegum livery, I believe was almost $25,000. So with all the upgrades and whatnot, you can expect to spend between $200,000 and $300,000. So doing like the respray, the horn, all that stuff.
Sometimes I just sit and stare at them too.
Alright, so let's take this out. Then we get over to Sandy Shores. And test out its the driving capabilities for this vehicle. So it's going to take me a little bit to get over there, but for you it'll take a couple of seconds, so I will see you in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. I am now at Sandy Shores Airfield. So let's take a look at the Scramjet. So this is the rear right here. Not much to look at really. This is the front. I got into a little scrape on the way over, so pardon that. Okay, so there's the headlights right there. Rear lights. So one thing about the Scramjet is it is classified as a supercar. Take a look right there on the bottom right there. Declasse Scramjet Super. Now it is a weaponized vehicle, so if you take a look at the front here, it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn off the lights. Right in that groove there, you'll see like little slots. So the Scramjet does come stock with machine guns and missiles. Okay, so one of the downsides for this vehicle is in order to use those weapons, you have to scroll through all of your weapons first. So you gotta go through all of your handhelds, throwables. And the first option would be the machine gun, then you got missiles. So this vehicle is limited to, I believe it was 30 missiles that you can fire. Okay, and in the back here, I should also mention the machine guns. Like all the other weaponized vehicles, the machine guns have unlimited ammo. Alright, but the missiles, you're limited 30 missiles. Now in the back here, you'll see these flames, and you're wondering, why is it on fire? Is it gonna blow up soon? Well, the answer to that is, it actually comes with a jet propulsion system, kind of like the Vigilante. It does take a little bit longer for for the jets to what's the word I'm looking for? Recharge. So just like with the other vehicles, on the bottom right of the mini-map, you'll see a gold bar. That's going to be the bar that refills, letting you know that you can use the jet engine again. Alright, so if you're on PS4, to activate the jet propulsion, you would press X. Now another feature of this vehicle is it can jump, kind of like the Ruiner 2000, if you've ever seen that vehicle. What's nice is you can actually jump without moving forward. So from here, I can actually jump, and to jump you would push L3. So this is what it looks like. And it actually moves you forward too a little bit. Okay, and you probably heard that little sound, kind of like I don't know what kind of sound that is, but when it stops, that tells you that the jumps are ready to go again. See, so if you try to jump while you hear that sound, it won't let you. But now that it's done, you can jump again. Alright, so let me show you the jets here. Like that. So takes about 5 seconds to recharge, but this thing goes pretty fast as it is. Like I said, it is classified as a supercar. And you got your dashboard view here. I can't quite see what the max speed is because the steering wheel is in the way. Oopsie, I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, there are a bunch of ups and downs for this vehicle. So I mean, first off, you got the price. It's pretty expensive. One of the more expensive weaponized vehicles in the game so far, but probably not the most expensive. I believe that Deluxo still reigns supreme on that one. It is classified as a supercar, so you might have some difficulty with the handling. I didn't try driving it stock, but with all of the the engine upgrades and whatnot, it's still pretty hard to control. It's kind of like driving a muscle car. It's also not a water vehicle, so you want to be careful of that. Unlike the Ruiner 2000, there is no parachute, so you can't glide. However, you can use the jump and the jets together at the same time, so you can jump and jet forward, like so. Okay, but just like the oppressor, you know, the and the vigilante, the jet propulsion won't refill or recharge unless the vehicle's touching the ground. As you saw there, as I was airborne, it didn't recharge. Excuse me. But let me get back to my facility real quick here, and I'll summarize everything for you guys, and let you know what I think of it. Sometimes that happens too. I drive right over it, doesn't let me in. Oh, and I did forget to mention too, to fire you would use L1. Kind of this, well, it's the same control if you're on like the Oppressor or the Oppressor Mark II. Anyway, since we're here, go over some of the pros and cons of this vehicle. So, right off the bat, one of the main cons is the price. You know, 4.6 million starting price. But if you do manage to win Hunting Pack Remix, any of the 7 of those adversary modes, it does knock off about $1.2 million. So trade price, you know, $3.48 million. That's still pretty hot, pretty up there, but it's a lot better than 4.6, I gotta say. It is classified as a supercar. You can store this at any garage that you want. It does come stock with machine guns and missiles, but like with every other missile firing vehicle in this game, you know, you are limited on the amount of missiles you can fire. So this one, you can fire 30 before it needs to be brought back to a garage where it can reload. What else is there? I mean, you got the it can jump, which is really nice, and you can do it from a stationary position too. You don't have to be moving forward in order to jump. You got the jet engine. It does take 5 seconds to recharge, unlike the Vigilante, which only takes 3 seconds for the jet engine to recharge. It is pretty open too, as you can see. It's a 2-seater. There's no roof on it, so you got no protection if, you know, people are shooting at you. So you can die pretty easily on this. It's not a water vehicle like I mentioned earlier, so gets in the water, it's destroyed. So is it worth it? It's still too early to tell, but I would say no, it's not. It's a great collector's item if you know, if you're collecting cars, but you know, practicality wise, it's just not. I don't think it's just like a very good vehicle to use practically. So, I mean, versus like the APC or the Deluxo, it doesn't have the same armor, capabilities as like the APC. You can't get around quite as fast as you would in like the Deluxo, because the Deluxo can go airborne. While this can jump, you know, it can be difficult to control because that's just the way supercars are built, I believe. Supercars are just really difficult to control sometimes, especially if you're, you know, not very good at drifting, which I admit I'm not. So it's yeah, it's going to be a vehicle that's going to be, I would say, a collector's item, not so much something that you would use in a PvP situation. You know, if you're fighting off griefers or just whatnot, you know, some stuff like that, or even just like fighting NPCs for some kind of mission that you're doing. But yeah, that's my take. Is it worth it? No, I don't think it is. Save your money, buy something else, buy something that's gonna help you make money. Buy something more practical. I would probably recommend the APC if you want to stay on land, or the Oppressor Mark II if you want the best of both worlds. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for this video. If you already have the Scramjet, you know, leave me a comment, tell me how you like it. Even if you don't like it, leave me that kind of comment too. If you're thinking about purchasing this and you weren't sure, you're on the fence, and you saw this video, leave me a comment telling me if I influenced you one way or the other to either get it or not get it. Alright guys, so once again, I am Charger, in case you forgot. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in.